recording? Okay, we are recording.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Empowered by Hope with author Ha Tran. I am your co-host, Sabrina Watson, with NetworkLiveVirtually.com. And today, our author, Ha, is going to guide us through using your life story to make excuses for not to be, do, or want more. Is that correct, Ha?
No, the question is, what excuses have you made for yourself? In order for you to say that, okay, because I cannot do certain thing, or stop you from doing more, wanting more, and have more. So what
excuses stop you?
That's correct.
Very interesting. So let's talk. What excuses do stop you? Jeremy, Walter, there's a few of you in the chat there. You guys, why don't you put something in and tell us what excuses stop you? And if you're going to ask me, go ahead.
Because
if you're going to ask me
we take a lot of our own power to defeat ourselves because of that we make all the excuses. Now I have the quote from Napoleon Hill. He said that success requires no explanation, failure permits no alibis, and I love that.
Success requires no explanations. Mm-hmm. Failures permit no alibis.
Yes.
Okay, very interesting. I'm going to put Sean Michael's question in here for us real quick.
Yes.
He says, I am not good enough. Used to be a big one for me. You know what? That's a biggie for everybody. Don't you think? Let's talk about that for a minute.
Okay. So now, Sean, I would love for you to hop in, but the question for you, my friend, is why you think you are not good enough? And because you know that sometimes that you're too hard on yourself, and you think that, and then that is the classic excuses that when you said, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not too tall enough, I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not intelligent enough, and I'm not slim enough. That is all the excuses we give ourselves. We give us a permission not to not a permission, but to excuses for ourselves not to accomplish something. Or, oh, I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I have poor health. So now let's re-examine that. What holding us back? If we can dream it, why can we doing it? Why don't we accomplish it?
What makes us say, what inside of us makes us say we're not good enough? Is that because everybody else beats us up? The people that are jealous, the haters, is that because they beat us up?
Yeah, but I mean, remember that is the state of mind. We need to know about ourselves because, I often hear people talking about there is a guy sit on on one of your right shoulder who is a triumph, and there's this guy on the left is a defeat. The guy that on this day the left shoulder, I probably the wrong one. See the right and left, I mixed up.
I got your mixed up shoulders.
Yeah, he was just saying, "Oh, don't go out there," because the world is so, so scary place. But the triumph guy just say, "Hey, if the world offer us the opportunity, let's explore it, let go for it." And and sometimes that we have to dismiss the guy, that the little voice that tell us, "Hey, don't go, stay," because if you go out there and you get hurt, or somebody will mean to you.
Yes.
That's
true.
Yeah. And then we need to quiet that voice, very often I go through all that and I will say, I acknowledge my little voice and I said, okay, you speak your piece. Now get off. And I will, summon the triumph guy, come in and guide me through the journey.
Yeah, I know that for me personally, there are days when I just feel like every time I open my mouth, something negative comes blasting back at me. And I have to feel, I think that I feel like it's just the haters out there that don't want you to succeed. If they can't succeed, they don't want you to succeed.
That's correct. Because if you succeed, you make them look bad. So so they, especially the people that you associate with. Because if you are growing and you move further distant, and if they stay back, you create the gap, the distance, and for whatever the reasons are, they will just holding you back because they will projecting their fear into you. And then if you allow that happen, that means you will stop everything because you listen to them. And how foolish that is. Because you know your dream, you have the vision, your capability. And then because the person who tried to stop you, perhaps they know absolutely nothing about how capable you are, how talented you are. But more in the selfish reason, because if you succeed at what you're doing, make them look bad. Simple as that.
I like, Sean, you really come up with some good stuff. Haters equals having anger toward everyone reaching success.
And if you hate
that's
something,
a good one.
Yeah, if you hate something, you cannot have it. If you see somebody who get off the limousine, if you see somebody wear a $4,000 suit, a beautiful dress, come and just say, wow, how nice you look, and congratulate them, because that's the success you want. But see, if you hate that, how can you have something that you hate? And if that's not the hate that is that a really hate, or just because you are jealous?
Well, I think haters / jealousy is pretty much the same thing, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so stop eating bonbon and watch soap. Doing something. Because my father always said that the optimistic take action because they looking for the future brighter and with such a hopeful future. But the pessimistic would choose to stay back. They want to sit down because they don't think that what do they want to do that for? Because they know that their life is doomed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I like.
It is an interesting quirk of humans. The thing we usually judge or look down on in others is something we dislike in ourselves. So very true. Sean, Jeremy, you guys both know that we have an open seat. So feel free to come on in and say hello and help us.
Walter too. We will welcome you into the open seat, and because this is the conversation that we want to hear from you. What excuses that have you made? And and I love I cannot say his name correctly. His name is David J. Schwartz. He is the author of Magic of Thinking Big, and he talking about the excuse-itis.
The excuse-itis
for failure. Yeah. And I look up in the dictionary, and there is no such a word. But again, that's a word that he is a doctor, so he's a PhD. So I guess he can make up words. He said the failure disease, that excuse-itis. Because that one, we make the excuses to for ourselves. Because we cannot do
excuse-itis. So true, right?
Excuse-itis. Yes. And then another quote I put up there too, and they said that we used to tell the story to explain something. But the question is when the explanation stopped and the excuses began.
Where does the explanation stop and the excuses begin?
Yes. Because we love to tell the story. We want to explain something to somebody. But in their story, there's a fine line between the explanation and the excuses.
Yes, there is a fine line between explanation and excuses.
And then the thing is not just us, but I think that the majority of all of us almost that is we often make the excuses for ourselves for not doing something. For me, for the longest time, I said, okay, I want to be a speaker. But I said, but I don't speak English well enough. Or or when I look at the renowned speaker.
Sean's sharing with us again. Excuse-itis.
He has such a vast knowledge of the. Okay,
I know he really comes up with a lot of this stuff. Sean, I think, must have done a lot of self-exploration in the last few years. I would guess. True, Sean?
Oh, Sean, come
I don't
in.
know what you're doing, but feel free to come on in and join us.
And where is Jeremy?
He's sitting here. I don't know what he's doing. Exactly. So Sean says exactly. A lot of deep digging. So what he says is excuse-itis from the root word excuse, which he defined as the disease of the failures. And here comes Jeremy.
Yeah. Hey,
He
Jeremy.
said that every failure has this disease in its advanced form, and most average persons have at least a mild case of it. Well, there we go. Jeremy, what's happening?
I've just been soaking it in and trying to memorize all of Sean's acronyms today. I need the
I know, he
haters
comes up
one
with
I
good
needed
stuff.
a year ago. I'm not kidding. My haters love me in a hateful, loving, hateful way. So
Oh, please
Sean comes up
unpack
with some
that.
good
Please
stuff.
share that.
I think we should get away from that. I think the thing that I'm thinking about with this topic is a lot of times we tell ourselves that we can do something, and then we insert this word but, and then we say I can't, and then we put because, and then there's the excuse, and then there's another excuse, and then there's, they stack up on top of each other. And so sometimes it's not even one excuse, it's several. But it seems like everything that comes after the word but we need to let go of, and everything after because, if there's an excuse after it, we need to get away from because too, or at least put something positive there instead.
Jeremy, you have bring in a great point, because that's how we speak to ourselves. And if we say that to ourselves often enough, it will be embedded in our subconsciousness. True. And then it will become a string of excuses, and we will have excuses for everything. At the last minute, you happen to go pick up the gift for your wife on her birthday, and you just say, oh, because I have to do this, I have to do that, therefore. But the thing is, maybe you don't know exactly what to get for her, and that's who the procrastinating come in, and you have to make yourself, instead of, come clean and just say, I have trouble, figure out what the best gift for you. But we just keep ourselves all the excuses, why we didn't do the same thing.
Right. So Jeremy, you must be doing some exploring on yourself as well, huh? Is that something what you're working on these days?
Yes, I would call it deep drilling.
Deep drilling.
Yes. It's been a lot more depth than I've expected, and there are a lot of layers where you just feel like there's nothing, or you're not sure, what that entire layer meant. And when you get 5 or 6 layers further down, I mean, that's when it starts to get more meaningful, because you get close to your core. It's when you're peeling off the layers of the onion, you feel like you're just, almost letting go of masks, or in this case, excuses. Anything after the word but or anything after because that's negative doesn't really belong in our life at all, unless you're going to call it fiction, which we don't. Mm-hmm. So, and
I think you're really supposed to learn to not use any of the negative words, not don'ts, can't, won't, buts. And to replace those with positives of some kind. So, for example, Sean and I had a conversation about this. You're not supposed to be anti anything. You're supposed to be pro something else. The opposite of whatever it is you're anti of, you want to be pro something else. Would you agree? Is that something you've learned?
To a limited extent. I don't know. Sometimes this is a tough one for me, because as a philosopher, we get caught up in the dialectical method of, well, this is over here and this is over here. And I mean, there is value to countervailing wisdom when you're trying to evaluate things. But setting that aside, I think it is helpful. And I've learned that I have to let go of negativity in almost every respect, because once you start getting a couple drops of it in your life, it magnifies, it grows. And if you have,
yes, it does.
If you have one tiny excuse, the problem is it sticks to 10 to 20 others. And then you have 50 others. And then you talk to somebody that's negative, and then you have 50 more. And we don't dump those and bury them underground somewhere or throw them into the ocean, they're going to continue to haunt us the rest of our lives and haunt all the people that we have contact with, because excuses are contagious. They spread.
Oh, man.
Whoa! Yes, it populated. It was contagious, and you know, like Jeremy and Sean and you and a few others that I have the pleasure to meet, and through our journey we have grown so much because of because we are in the self development, and we dig deep in ourselves in order for us to instead of facing the obstacles, we toss our hand up and we just say, I just stop us right there, stop us cold. But again, now we look at the every obstacles, there's an opportunity. And, we have to turn things around. And for me, I keep on saying that I never let any crisis go to waste. And then since I left my father's house, because I have no longer have my father to rely on, I become self-reliant. And through all that, I have to dig deep. And Jeremy often say that to me, that, dive in deep, but to me, I just narrow my margin, that I go into the 2 inches wide and 2 miles deep. Because, everything I'm thinking or I'm doing, it always, have I have to think, the thought behind everything I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I often have my excuses too. But again, now I have to keep on telling myself that why I'm using my own power to defeat myself? Why I not try to use my power to support? To prove that I'm right, to prove that I can get there, to prove that I can do this, or rather than just say, I cannot do it, because I can find, 10, 15, or a zillion reasons for me not to doing something, or why I not achieve what I hope and I wanted for.
Yeah, having a focus that narrow, I think it sometimes, if we get distracted with a lot of different things, that's the source of a lot of our excuses. And so I don't know, how, maybe you can share with us, how do you stay focused on the 2-inch and not getting distracted from your mission and that type of thing?
I got the answer.
Okay.
I'm going to make a baseball hat that's got a little stick out front, like for the carrot. And then you can just write out whatever your problem is for the day and stick it in front of your baseball hat. Just walk around with that all day right in front of your eyes.
Well,
that
was a joke. Ha ha, guys.
I love, I love Sabrina's analogy about driving at night. On the country road, there is no street light. And then what you rely is on the headlight on your car, in the front of the car.
Yards.
And then, that's how, and that it, you cannot help it but to focus, because that's all the light will just project it to a certain distance.
You only need to focus on the next 200 yards, because each 200 yards will reveal itself.
That's so difficult, though. If you're a visionary, dreaming, idealistic type of person, that is, it's so hard. I agree with you. I think you're right, but it's a reluctant agreement. So.
No, I'm a dreamer. Me too. If you're asking me what color do I like the blue sky, the color of blue, because I love the blue sky. And, the thing is, the person that I'm optimistic to the point that I look at the sky, I always knowing that the sky color always blue. And, and sometimes that you see the gray day, the clouding day or something like that. And I know deep down inside of me, that cloud will over, because, when the time come over, the sky always blue. Hi, Joe. Hey.
Hi,
Hey,
Gerald.
Gerald.
Hello.
Hi,
Hey,
Gerald. Good to
everybody.
see
How's
you.
everybody today?
Good. Welcome.
Welcome. We are wonderful. How about you?
I am Mac Fantabulous. If I was any better, they may lock me up. So I'll be quiet right now.
No.
You don't have to be quiet.
We're
You
gonna
weren't
write that word
invited here to
down.
be
I want to make
quiet.
sure I have that long word to use sometime.
Oh
you,
man.
you know,
For sure.
and again, you know, they talk about the power of you. We have to learn how to speak to ourselves, and we have to build a certain vocabulary, you know, in the positive and the big. You know, it just to help us because you know, like, but should take out of your word, your vocabulary. You know, you can say and. Somebody you go against and you know they say something and you just say but and then just like the door stop right there, but you listen to them and you say and I hearing you and is that what you say, then you can continue, but you just cannot go into the but right away.
Yeah. Well, one of my mentors used to say, and I got to jump over here in a minute, but I wanted to jump in and give Ha and Jeremy some love. And I think it's only the second time I've seen you, Sabrina. So wonderful to see
Hi,
you. Man.
Gerald. Yeah, I haven't been around enough. I'm going to be around a lot more after the first year. I just got a lot going on right now. You know how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
first-
You know,
And I'm going to travel on Christmas. So
Awesome. Okay.
yeah.
The thing I was going to say was, you know, the butt thing. One of my mentors told me, and it's something that I always remember. He says, nothing comes out of a butt but some you know what. So because when you say but, you're discounting everything you said right before it. You're killing everything you said right before it. I really love you and all of this, but you're about to kill everything you said before is dead.
Yeah, that is so true. I never actually considered it like that.
You know, he said, so if you use a word, however, that means in conjunction to what I just said, this is also what I'm observing, and it lessens the blow. So words and semantics really are powerful because it manifests in how somebody is able to receive what you're saying. And if they can't receive it, it doesn't matter what you're saying. So if you want to effectively communicate, you have to choose your words wisely so that the person can be able to be open to receive what you're about to say to them.
Even with yourself.
Yes, absolutely. The communication with yourself is number one. It is number one. And so many of us communicate so badly to ourselves that we can't communicate well to others. That is the first step in communication, that we are losing the communication with ourselves is so out of line with what we say we want that we can't communicate it to someone else. So,
I think that's a very real disease, actually. I know that I've had that disease for years. I haven't been able to communicate with myself, so therefore I can't communicate really well with others. I'm growing better. I've grown better over the course of my life, but it takes some work for me to learn how to communicate with others because I'm so bad at communicating with myself. And I talk to myself. Don't get me wrong. I walk around the house out loud. So listen.
Hey, you know what, Sabrina, and then I'm really got to jump off because I got this 12 o'clock benefit starting. But I tell people, it's so weird that these cliches that people throw around, they don't really think about. Yeah, it's good to talk to yourself, but don't answer yourself. If you won't answer you, why will somebody else answer you? That is the most asinine thing I've ever heard. Don't answer yourself.
I answer myself.
Yeah, exactly. You don't respect yourself enough to at least answer the question that you asked yourself. That's insanity to me.
I have full-on conversations with myself. My husband will walk in the room and be like, who are you talking to? I'm like, me.
and that is special, Sabrina. So I just wanted to jump in.
I want to add on a little bit about that. You know, the communication is also listening is a part of communication.
Yes.
Because you have to listen in order for you to have any meaningful conversation. And then when you listen to that person talking, and sometimes that you have to hear the unspoken word as well, because that if you take time to make the connections, you can hear it and you can feel it. But Gerald, I know that you do something amazing today. So would you like to leave the link for the for your blab because
Yeah, talk about what you're doing amazing today, Gerald.
Oh, okay. Well, today, actually, in about 5 minutes, we're going to start. We're doing a 24-hour Blabathon benefit for an 11-year-old young man named Noah Roach, who was just diagnosed with bone cancer, and he also has sickle cell anemia, and he's going through like chemotherapy and things of that nature, and his parents cannot afford the medical care. So I have gathered quite a few of my friends here from Blab and some Periscope friends, and we're just going to try to raise some money for them. So the Blab starts at 12 to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow.
Wow, that's awesome.
So
yeah, I will put the link for the people to we will go over there to support you when we're done here. How do you get to know Noah?
He's actually one of my client's son. So a client of my client, his son, and when they called me and said, well, this is what's going on, is it something you can do, through social media or anything? I said, well, I do this thing on Blab a lot. I said, so I can reach out to some people that I know and let's see what we can do over 24 hours. I think we can do something special to, make their Christmas a little lighter. They're going through a lot with their 11-year-old son going through what he's going through. And the thing is, Noah doesn't even know how sick he is. And that is an awesome thing that his parents have shielded him from that. And if we can help get some care for him or help those expenses be lessened, I feel like we've done a great job on this holiday season.
And then this is the season of the holiday, the magic, the miracle happen. And I think that you really do such a good work, and let's hope that miracle happen for Noah.
Thank you.
Gerald,
Thank you
today
so
is a bad day for me, but when you get an opportunity, please feel free to reach out because I would love to be involved in something like that again. I just have commitments all the way. I might be able to catch up with you guys like midnight tonight, but I don't know. So
well, that's fine. I mean, we're going 24 hours. So thank you so much, Sabrina. It is great to see you again, Jeremy. Hi, my brother Spidey Sean. That's what he's always going to be, Spidey Sean. I mean, to me, and I will see you.
Spidey Sean.
Yes, exactly. I will see you all very soon. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Gerald.
All right, thanks, Gerald.
Thank you for posting the link to Gerald, and we will see you there.
That's amazing. That's awesome. And that's the first time I've ever heard anybody talk about utilizing Blab in a fundraising type manner. And that is a freaking awesome idea.
Oh, I think when I saw that and I said, we have to go over there to support him. And then I'm glad that he is, he came into our Blab. And so we posted, and hopefully that's, when people have time,
Did he post it? Where did he post it at? Okay.
Yeah, and then Tony
Gerald
posted
DuBois,
it.
24-hour Blabathon. Okay, maybe after my 1 o'clock Blab with Steve, I can run over there and at least pop in, I'm sure, and make a donation. I'm going to imagine that they're going to have. Sorry, Tony, I guess I just missed him. I haven't been around much lately. I've been really over my.
Yeah, I've seen others
I've
too.
been really over my head. In work lately.
Because if we have a lot of people to support it, any amount will be very helpful, and let make miracle happen.
Well, I donate monthly to the King's Ransom Fund. That is where I tithe, and that's kind of a thing my family does. We have all of us donate monthly to the King's Ransom Fund. And,
okay, before we go back to our topic, today is Stephen's birthday. Would you wish him happy birthday?
Stephen who?
Stephen Henry.
Oh, that's right. Steve Henry. Well, he's not even here. Is he here?
No, he is not. But I noticed
happy
that.
Happy birthday, Steve. I sent him a happy birthday on Facebook, actually, yesterday.
I did too. I did too. But anyway, before we can do anything for anybody else, we need to do something for ourselves. We have to treat ourselves with respect and be kind to ourselves, and always speak the language, the encouragement to ourselves. Because sometimes we are tired, and sometimes that we I did mention that to Jeremy yesterday when we read the letter from Napoleon Hill sent to his wife. He just say that what did he say? He just say,
I will be bringing home the money and let me find the way, but you have to believe in me and let me go do it. It was kind of you need to have faith in me to do this. You have to show me support and confidence, instill that within me, and then I'll go find the way to do it. So I'm paraphrasing, but
yes, and then give me the encouragement. Because I will do my thing, because he knowing that he will bring home the bacon.
Right.
But in the meantime, the journey is rough and tough, and he needs some word of encouragement. And for the missus understand that, he not just neglecting the family, but he have a big visions, and he just needs some encouragement. And, and we have to speak that to ourselves. And why, Sabrina, when you give me the word of encouragement, and why you not nice to yourself, you don't encourage yourself, this doesn't make any sense. Or why I don't try to encourage me, and I go to encourage everybody else. Do you know? You understand what I'm saying, Jeremy?
Yeah.
So be kind us to ourselves, and the speak the language of love and encouragement, because we all need it. Because the little girl, a little boys in us want to hear that, want to know that we are loved and somebody believe in us. I have handy hand. Oh, I apologize. Sabrina, you might know how to say her name. Hannity.
Well, let me look here.
Welcome, my friend. She is Sean partner. Oh, Hannity. Hey, good to see you. Would you like to have in?
Hannah D, life coach. Hannah D. Hi, Hannah D. Welcome.
Okay, here she is.
Yay!
Yeah. Hi.
She's trying to come in. Hi, Hannah D. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh.
I've been trying to catch your show, but because it's time for my boys to come from school, but today they have pizza day, so they're going to be late for another hour, so I'm here. So
thank you so much to hear that you're thinking of us. And
we got some feedback going on there.
Okay.
Test.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeremy?
I think good. All right.
Now, Hannity, you know Jeremy, right? And then Sabrina, they are.
No, we haven't met.
Oh, okay.
I've followed you now that I follow you, Jeremy. So
okay.
Now you know.
Hannah D is a mindsetter, a mindset life coach. She can do magic and shift your mindset.
Yeah.
Yes, she is amazing.
That's what I do. Magic. Just beware.
Okay, now shed some light to us about the what excuses that most people, including yourself, for not achieving what you want to do or be more and have more.
Long list, huh? If you want to go there, it's a long list. We all have.
Yes, we want to go there. Long list. Come on.
Okay, so the top 3.
Starting, really, do I need to do it today? I'm too tired.
Ooh, going to put it off till tomorrow.
And tomorrow never comes.
Oh,
there we go.
Tomorrow is coming, but people think tomorrow never comes. So basically they keep on running after the dream of tomorrow, which is never going to be there. So this is the biggest excuse I always hear people saying, that I'll do it later. And apparently later keeps running, and they keep on running after later, and they never catch up. So that is the funny part of it. The only thing that people, I feel, they put excuses is because of the fear of the unknown. What's going to happen next, and how we're going to overcome that. If I started my business today, I don't know how it's going to turn tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to sell. I don't know how I'm going to live. There's a lot of big question marks about tomorrow, because we don't know what tomorrow is going to hold for us. It's unknown. It's too unknown for us, because we live today with expectations of tomorrow, and these expectations might not be met. So, and there will be the devastation of, I expected this and didn't happen. And after that, I would never have expectations and never do things because tomorrow to me is not going to come my door.
Hannity, I agree with you, but I want to add on, it's also a habit. You know how often people woke up in the morning, they said, oh, I don't have enough time to sleep. Or when somebody present them with some opportunity, they said, I don't have time. Or, you know, or whatever. That it just became a habit. And I want to pick on Jeremy right now. You know, as the father know best, he said that if you want to have something done, you go find the busiest person to ask him or her to do it. Because the busiest person always know how to manage their time to get things done. And if you're asking me, that's what I'm going to pick on Jeremy. I know Jeremy is so busy. He have all everything from his coaching business, his mentoring business, his family, his lab. But, you know, if you ever pick up the phone or you texting him, you're asking him something, Jeremy always make time to do it for you. You know, and that's so amazing that, and again, you know, they all the excuses or whatever, it is a habit because, you know, everybody, you and I and everybody have 24 hours in a day. If anybody can,
it's time.
Yeah, and I forgot one thing. I don't have enough money.
Oh,
Time, money, don't sleep. Is that the three things that people are often talking about? You know, it's just a pack up their speed, daily speed.
it is. It's an only excuse we put in our way just to stop us because we're scared. The bottom line, honestly, that I found with everybody, all my clients I met, the fear is paralyzing. That keeps you in a place and you want to see tomorrow. You really just want to blindfold it. You want to see tomorrow. I'm happy with what I'm having right now. So why don't I pick on tomorrow and let it be? Let it sleep. I'm not ready for it. You know, and that is the thing, tools you need to do for tomorrow is get prepared, get ready for tomorrow. And that's how you need to work on yourself. Be prepared for tomorrow. Whatever comes your way, accept it with open arms.
You know what is my silly excuses? I always want to sit across the table with Ellen Greenspan. So at one point that I want to get my PhD in economics. And my excuse is that I don't want to do it anymore because he's no longer in the at the Federal Reserve. So that is my excuses. But but it's so funny that I you know, because if I want to do it, I just do it, you know, and I let my time go through it and without pursuing for my PhD in economics.
Exactly.
She froze up.
I'll tell what is your big.
Oh, a couple people froze up.
Yeah.
I think Blab's having some blabalicious issues.
Unless we need something, we want something really badly, and the burn that is you will just take all the excuses off. Erase. You got poor internet signal.
Bummer.
We just can hear you. We don't see you. Her and Sabrina.
Okay. So, but we still can hear you.
Now you guys can't see me?
I can see you. I can. I can see everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, you got magic eyes. No, I think it's my internet connection.
Well, now we can't see you, Hannity.
Oh, it could be my internet connections being funny. I live in the
I
UK,
think it's
and we are very funny people over here. I hope over here.
I can't wait for the opportunity to come meet some of you funny people.
Oh,
I'm saving all my pennies and all my travel miles right now.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Like a crazy woman.
Oh, please come over. It's a beautiful place. It's a bit cold. Just be prepared for the rain and the cold. But other than that one, we got great fish and chips.
I've heard that many times.
And we're a bit cynical as human beings. I'm not originally English, but now I live here and I am British in this sense, but we're very cynical. We've got our own sense of humor, which you need to get accustomed to. It's just it grows on you with time. In the beginning, when I came here and everybody's saying jokes, like, oh, is this supposed to be a joke? I need to laugh right now. It was not hitting me, but now I can pick up the jokes. So yes, it's a nice place to live in. Yeah.
Good.
Now I can see you, huh? I can see Sabrina.
Oh, really?
Well, Blab's always updating and doing stuff, so who knows?
Sabrina, you remind me of Sabrina, the show, the Sabrina the Witch, a good witch, the nice, cute one.
And actually, her name was Serena. Trust me, I know this.
Oh.
And Serena was the crazy cousin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. She was a witch, but she was the crazy cousin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, remember she was the very flamboyant?
Yes, exactly.
Cousin. I'm not flamboyant.
I live in I used to live in Salem, Massachusetts. That's a witch city.
Yes.
And during the October, everybody come from everywhere just to go see all the event in Salem, Massachusetts during the Halloween. And there is I think that's how.
Ooh, that's a big deal, isn't that? Where they hung all the witches?
Yes. And what is the woman mean? The woman named, her house all painted black, she always dressed in black, and her hair black. Everything about her is just like, and then people come to see her for the fortune teller. I mean, half an hour for $350.
Wow.
That's good business.
That's a good job right
That's
there.
a good job. I can tell you whatever I feel like, and you get pay me.
I'm telling you, I don't want to have somebody tell me that, because that will do me no good. I don't want to know.
That
Who's
is
making
scary.
it up though, right? So what are you? You're wasting your money.
Exactly. But you know what, Jeremy? A lot of people tend to believe that. And that's the part. There's no anticipation for tomorrow. There's no the joy of tomorrow, because you feel that I know what's going to happen to tomorrow, but no one knows.
You're right.
Unless you live the incident, live the day.
Yeah.
It's still a mystery for me.
Unless they're in Australia, then they're already living tomorrow. So, they can tell us about tomorrow because they're already there.
But that's your tomorrow, not my tomorrow.
Right.
So yes, for me, I think it's the best money-making business. I can go and tell the fortune teller.
But see, and people using that excuses. Her name is Laura Cabot. And then we'll just say, oh, I cannot get that because Miss Laura Cabot already told me that's not in my future.
Sure.
I mean, come on. What excuses is that?
Well, I think Tony has a better idea. If we ask Chocolate Johnny what might happen to you, you might get some free chocolate from Australia.
Well, that's
you have
good.
a better chance of getting free chocolate from Chocolate Johnny than getting an accurate fortune from anyone else. So
it's true. I love these fortune cookies as well because, they don't tell you what you tomorrow, but they're always inspiring quotation which makes you, yes, I can do this.
Will you excuse me for just a moment?
Sure.
Uh-oh,
I'm not going to do fortune telling for us.
Now, I believe in that's fairy. And if you see that I always have this one as my hand, give the golden eggs.
Wow.
No, that's what I as far as I doing.
Bring your mic a little closer, huh?
Okay, that's my hand. Okay, here, that's the golden eggs. My hand laid the golden eggs.
There you go. That's better.
See, and and I have a dust fairy. I just do it. I don't know why. And here it is at my hand too. That I have two hands that is lay golden eggs. So that's it. That's as far as superstitious or whatever that I am.
It's not about a superstition. Sometimes we need something that I think the hen and the golden eggs is hope and fortune and you look forward to the future. It's just a hint of positivity and it's fine. We all have that. We all have something that you love and you keep on the side. I mean, it reminds you
Yeah.
of the positive life you're living right now, and gives you always remind you of the hope you're in. I mean,
But how terrified it is. You go into the woman and you have her looking in the crystal ball, and then
not
you act, or I mean, that's what.
I don't believe in that. I don't do that. I don't even pay a penny. If you do it for free, just for the fun, because I'm gonna laugh and giggle about it and leave, but I'm not gonna spend a penny on that.
No, I'm not even tempted. I'm not even do it for fun. No, because I know I don't. So I believe in me, and a couple of books that I'm reading. I'm reading right now. It said not just believe only, but I'm knowing. The magic of knowing that you get there. The example the author said that see if I'm a girl, and then I'm knowing that. And along the way, I will find somebody that will get married and live ever after or something. But when you believing, and that you that's a hope in there, but no guarantee. But if you knowing, then make you more approaching or go on that journey a little bit with more convictions,
Of course,
because you knowing there's somebody waiting for you at the end of the line.
it's the belief.
And it is a knowing, I believe it that.
Well, the belief creates the hope. The belief is
Yeah.
linked to hope, and that's linked to faith, and that if you can link all that together, that's a powerful combination. If you're lacking any of those, there's going to be some problems.
True, I agree on
Belief.
that. And the knowing is knowing knowing what you want. Is that the knowing? I mean, as a woman, I knew I wanted to have children, and I was focused on I believed I'm going to have children, and I kept going till I had my children. That is the knowing, know what I want, and the belief that one day, after 11 cycles of IVF, I'm going to carry my child, and I did it. And that is the power of believing. It is.
And I think that Jeremy had shared this with us too. I think that that's the same thing, right, Jeremy? Knowing that you will have a child, and then whether you carry it or not, but again, you believe, and then you make it happen.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I believe.
Because that's the power of knowing.
I believe with every single cell of my body that one day
Every ounce of your being, right, Hannity?
I was honestly, it's kind of like became an obsession. It was a bit too far from me, but because I really, really wanted it. And I have 2 boys now, and they're amazing, healthy, good, and they're in school. So
I speak that like a poet, but I always think that if your ultimate goal, if you can turn your ultimate goal into the magnificent obsession, that you sure you will get there. Because anything that and when you get into that point, huh?
I say amen to that. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Well, that sounds like a good topic for a show, huh? Believing
Oh yeah.
and your belief system.
Yeah, believing and knowing. I think that the next show will be a good one.
It is, yeah. And believing and your values. We're in show. Sean and I were. It was yesterday. The show. It's basically your values and your beliefs should be aligned with your end goal, your end result. If there's no alignment,
Oh, most definitely, yes.
and it's the power of revisiting your beliefs and values. See if it's aligned with your end goal. If not, go again and change it. And if you cannot, you don't want to change it, because some people are very clingy to their beliefs and values, which I totally understand, I respect. Try to rephrase the statement, because by rephrasing the statement, saying it differently, it makes a big shifts.
Oh, I believe in that totally, because it have to be in sync, because you just cannot you cannot say, oh, this is a different entity. You cannot separate them. It have to be merged. It have to be at one.
Exactly.
And no, I certainly appreciate that. And and then again, when I'm talking about the when we want to do more, be more, and have more, that means we have to upgrade ourselves. for whatever that who we are right now, for instance, that we are in the version of 1.0, in order for us to get something more advanced, then we have to upgrade ourselves to the version of 2.0. Because Jim Rohn said that success is that you attracted by the person you become. Because you just cannot stand still, and you are in this level and you want something much higher, because that thing is not met, but you have to move up toward that, and then you will get it there. Because when you're chasing something, you have to be in the same in have the same level, what they call it, the platform. I mean, if you're in the hole, you have to get yourself off the hole, and you have to get in the surface, the platform, in order for you to run the distance.
Exactly. You up level yourself to reach the level you want and you desire. This is all about you and your decisions and you being in control of your life.
Right, because every day we have to continue to learn and to invest in ourselves, because the investing in ourselves is that the great investment there is. Because you can invest in the house or a business, that thing can be there, not be there. But if you invest in yourself, that is yours to have.
True. That is very true.
Okay, here, let what Tony Wisdom say. He said, definition of insanity is saying the same thing over and over and expecting the different result.
Exactly.
Okay, Tony, well taken. Your point, well taken. He said saying, he didn't say doing. Okay, we're saying that. But, the more we say it, the more we embedded that idea. We carve it into our heart, and knowing that when you want something, get up, do something in order to get what you want. Don't just sit there and stop the wishful thinking. Sometimes that we want something and we write a list, just like the wish list, and then we want to mail it to the center. We're no longer 4 years old.
No, it doesn't work that way anymore. You want something, you have to work hard to get it. That is the bottom line.
And
boy, that's the truth.
That is true.
Don't you agree, Sabrina? We work hard for what we want, and we get it. We appreciate it more.
Yep.
For our kids, if we agree that we help our children with their 4 years college and higher education, they on their own. So they much appreciate their educations, than the time that we're paying for them. So and I cannot tell you how you teach your children to be independent and to work for what they want. They appreciate when they get it. They appreciate much more when they get it.
You're just trying to help them with their lives, because if you didn't teach them right now while growing up, because when they get older, they need to learn the hard way. I'm just saving my kids the agony of later, because everybody needs to learn at a certain point the value of anything they do and the outcome of anything they do.
Now, how old is your child, your son?
Oh,
son, right?
3 years and 5 years old.
Oh, 3 and 5. In Germany, you have a 8-year-old daughter.
No,
right?
she is 12.
Oh, she is 12. And I always thought that good that you let them learn to making their decisions with a 3, 5, or 8, because when they make the decision at 3 or 8, there's not much harm there.
It is.
But then you just cannot make every decision for them. By the time they're 24, and you just say, okay, you're on your own. And
they won't listen at that age.
Yeah, because they don't know how to make the good decisions.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things I do with my kids. Everything they want something, I give them 2 choices. Because they're 3 and 5 years old, so I have to give them like limits kind of choice. I was like, either this or this. You have to have one choice, and they have to choose one thing, and they have to understand that this is the choice they made, and they're gonna live with it for the time limit, of course. And it's I try to teach them to make choices about things. That everything in life is a choice. And that's why I'm giving the choice. I don't say, oh, you're not going to have that. And that's it. They're always going to have a choice.
That, Hannity, is some very powerful stuff. If you choose this, how does it affect that? I mean, that's a very interesting way of presenting things to children. That's like an aha moment, like crazy aha moment. Already sold my kids, so that won't help me. But
it is, and I've started at a young age because it's going to be easier for me when they grow older to understand and they can express themselves. Oh no, I chose that because 1, 2, 3, and I don't want that because of 1, 2, 3. And I want them to understand their needs and what they want at this point. So
Right.
it's very important. Yeah, exactly. And the other thing I do with my kids that I always share with everybody, and I want to share with you, every single morning I wake up, I wake them up, and I wish them happy birthday. Every single day.
oh, that's cool
Every-
too. That's powerful stuff.
It's
Tell
amazing with
us.
kids because it's a positive feel, and it's a new day, and they get the gratitude and the blessings of their still alive and being here on earth, and they start the day with a happy note that it's a happy day. Yes, we have a happy day, and we still. It's amazing. My kids love it, and every time I tell them happy birthday, they have big smile on their face. Oh yes, mom, it's my birthday. It's happy birthday for me, and
Wow.
please, anybody got kids or grandchildren, please do practice that with them because you're preparing for tomorrow, for the future. You're going to be positive, fulfilled, and full of blessings and gratitude about everything in this world. You teach them at a young age how to do all of the above.
That's
So
awesome
please,
stuff.
You know, I thought that I'm the crazy one,
No, you're
but
not.
I have
I'm the
something.
crazy one.
I have something like that to my children too. When they was little, when I dropped them at school, Sabrina, I always kiss my kids, and I said, "Do your best, be honest, and keep your promises." I never say goodbye to them, and that I always say, "Do your best, be honest, and keep your promises." And it was so funny that when my children they marry and had their own children, and I heard that they say to their own kids.
Oh
They're like,
wow,
do your best, be honest, and keep your promises.
it's amazing.
And wow, I'm beaming, happy because I thought at one point that I think that you embarrass me by saying such goofy stuff.
They do. And the other thing, I never mention the word lie to my kids, ever.
Oh,
So are you saying the truth? It's always the truth. I want to emphasize the truth, not the lie. And their heads and their subconscious and their conscious.
So
Let's
instead of saying, is that a lie, you would say, is that the truth?
Exactly. The truth is the highlight of our house.
That's
Not the
interesting.
Because I
Tony
want-
says, amen to that, and you have to work hard to earn it. And I know he said that just a little bit back, but I just want to get that out there.
Thank you.
And you
Yeah,
guys, it's
you
12, it's 12:27, so not that I want to interrupt, but we're coming up on our hour, which is going to be over here shortly. And I want to give Hadtran an opportunity to kind of recap some of the things that we've talked about. And we were talking about excuses. So why don't you give us a little recap on some excuses, Had?
okay. Let me go back to what Hannity just said. Every kid, all of us, we have the freedom to making the decisions. We can decide about anything and everything, but we never free from the consequences of our own decisions.
Ooh, that's
You know,
powerful stuff.
that's very important to remember that. So here today our segment is about why we not accomplish the thing that we set out to. Why didn't we get what we want? Because very often that we make excuses to ourselves. We're beginning to tell the story, to explain thing, and then the question is when the explaining thing turn into an excuses. That's why we have to really sit back and thinking that, if we can dream it, just get off your butt and do it and to get what you want. Because, if you're waiting for it to drop off on our laps and somebody hand it to us, people are too busy to get what they want and nobody really thinking of you. So to get what you want, you need to get up and, do it and to get what you want. And again, my show is the show that I want to remind you that you are worth fighting for. Live your life with no regret. Let your vision guide you and let your passion lead the way. Thank you very much.
And I want to include one more thing, Miss Ha, before you stop that recording. I want to remind everybody that Ha Tran's book is available on Amazon, Empowered by Hope, and it is her journey. It is about her journey as a refugee. And I have read the book. It is amazing. I encourage you all to go find it.
Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you
ahead, Ha.
so much. I appreciate you. And Sabrina, tell us a little bit about your networking. Then maybe Hannity will be there, or Jeremy. Jeremy, have you attending her networking events yet?
I've been to one of them. Yes.
I was going to say, I think I've seen Jeremy pop in.
No, I don't know. No, I would love to know.
I am the founder, Hannity, of NetworkLiveVirtually.com, where we run virtual networking groups. So if your business is expandable outside of the brick and mortar walls that you are sitting in, you should be hanging out with us because we network locally, nationally, and internationally. We have about 456 registered users currently in 5 countries. We have 7 meetings a week. We utilize a product called Zoom. It is free to join. You just log on. There's always a business building presentation of some kind, followed by introductions of everybody in the room and contact information sharing so that you can reach out to the people you meet each and every day at one of our events. So
And I met.
What I'm hearing, and I'm joining.
I met Shawn Michael there. So if you want to learn more, talk to Shawn or just visit for
Tomorrow we have
yourself.
a show, me and Sean. I'll just drop his ear and discuss it with him. No, definitely I'll join.
what do you mean no meetings for the West Coast people, Tony? There's 4 o'clocks. There's a 4 o'clock on Thursday. There's a 4:30 on Thursday. There's a noon on Tuesday. There's an 8 p.m. on Wednesdays. So I'm not talking about 6 a.m. There's an 8 p.m. tonight. That's a 5 p.m. for you. There's a 4 p.m. on Thursdays. That's 1 for you. There's a 4:30 on Thursdays. That's 1:30 for you. No excuses. Show up.
Oh,
There you go.
So what time is your networking events happen? Eastern time?
All the time zones are based on Eastern time, but we actually have 7 different groups a week that meet.
All right,
and
I'll
you-
check which one fits my GMT time.
There you go. All right, listen, ladies and gents, I have got to run. Thank you, as
Sabrina,
usual,
thank you.
Hatran.
Hannita, thank you so much. And Jeremy, got to love you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And Tony, he even posted the link on Amazon for me. And
Hey,
Good
good.
job, Tony.
yeah, good job.
I'll
And
check
thank
it
you,
out.
everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye, guys.